Welcome to the basement, one dream, 3 mics, street dash, just navigated life. Follow and subscribe, man, come chill and vibe, man. Now get ready, cause the basement is live.
Alright, welcome back to the basement where it's top level content from the lower level. These guys are not prepared, I'm prepared, we're gonna do it today. So we're gonna do a couple quick fire episodes here. We may even throw a would you rather couple cards in here. We're gonna step up our game on the shorts, we're gonna knock a couple things out. So today's episode is gonna be some embarrassing moments that happened in our life. Are you guys ready for that?
No.
Too late. I hit record.
Said we weren't.
I hit record. It's in the game. So, y'all want me to start on an embarrassing moment?
Yeah, because I'm going to need some time to think.
So, we're going to go to a medical history story real quick.
Oh, God.
So I am currently 37 years old. Sorry, I have to think. 37 years old. So when I was
But you're not, though.
Wait.
I'm older than you. I'm still 36.
Are we 36?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 36. Sorry. Okay, I'm 36. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. But anyways, so I'm 36 years old. So when I was about
Well, now we have a new embarrassing moment for you.
Yeah, right? So I was about 29, 30 years old, and I started having some stomach issues, right? My belly was messed up. So I went to the doctor, and they're like, look, man, we're going to have to do a colonoscopy. And I was not thrilled at all. I was not thrilled at all. It was terrible. Have you had a colonoscopy?
Nope.
Have you?
No.
He's only 20.
Yeah, he ain't old enough. But anyway, I was that age, so it could happen. But anyways, so we're getting in this room. The prep, you know how the prep goes. It's you drink that stuff. It's terrible. It's a terrible situation.
You basically have to install a TV in your bathroom.
You don't even have time to turn TV on, bub. But we get into this room, right? They don't give you anything, right? So you're sitting there. You're in a gown. I was in Beckley ARH in this one room where it was just like, you didn't have a room. It was just like
You had a curtain.
a curtain, and it had the curtain half open, and it didn't give me a blanket. So I'm sitting there with this little tiny gown on. So Lord knows what the nurses in the desk across from me seen. Wasn't much.
I was thinking.
But anyways, so they pull me back here to the room, right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, this ain't too bad. I mean, there's like 2 people in there, the doctor, a nurse in there. Not too bad. Well, then a couple more people come in there. I'm like, okay. And they're like, all right, man, we need you to roll over on your side. So I'm like, all right, I'll roll over on my side. I said, this ain't bad. And then they undone my what's that thing called?
Yeah.
My gown. They undone my gown and opened it up. So now I got bare butt and bare everything just chilling right there in front of everybody. Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm just chilling there, bare booty. And, they're doing their little prep thing, and I'm just sitting there, and then a couple more nurses come in. So this time we're like eight people deep in the room, and I'm laying on the bed with my butt cheek up in there on my side, and this doctor grabs my butt cheek and spreads it. And
I feel like I've seen this video before.
And I'm sitting there like, I'm fully conscious right now, and the anesthesiologist walks in the room, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. She was very attractive. And she's like, is there anything that I can help you with, sweetheart? And I'm like, first things first, this is a very cold room. So don't hold that against me. She said, well, that's fine. I was like, but it's not. But it's not. She said, well, what can I do for you today? I said, please, God, can you knock me out immediately? I said, because I can't deal with this no more. She said, what? I said, I'm laying here butt naked with the dude who has his hand on my butt cheek. It'll knock me out. I can't do it no more. I said, I can't do it no more. So I wake up. They knock me out. Oh, no. They knocked me out. No, that's a different story. But they knocked me out.
How many times have you been knocked
And
out?
I've had surgeries and stuff. But I've been knocked out. I wake up. I'm in the other room. My wife's in there. She's like, how'd it go? I said, I don't talk about it no more. Needless to say, I was supposed to have a colonoscopy last year. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
You're like, no thanks, I'll just die.
Right. But that's the most embarrassed I ever been in my life. It was plumb terrible.
Well, I finally came up with one, so I'll get it next. So it was actually whenever I go to enlist in the Army. Anybody who's been enlisted in the military, they've gone through the same thing. That's why it sucks. But only job interview I've ever been in my life where somebody saw my butthole. Like, you go to enlist, and the day you enlist, if all of your paperwork's in check, they move on to the medical exam. medical exam. They find, I swear to God, the doctor that is closest to the grave. If you ask anybody, they all had a doctor that was 99 years old. And then, like, they ask you, do you have any health problems? No. They look through your medical history. Okay, drop your pants, turn around, grab your ankles. I'm like, what the? what kind of interview is this? And then they ask you, they're like, okay, spread them. My feet? They're like, no. I was like, oh, okay. So then, and what gets worse about this is that, like, after you get done with that portion, you pull your underwear up, and they're just like, okay, just stay in your underwear, and then go into the other room. And then that's weird enough until you realize that room is already full of other guys in their underwear just sitting there waiting.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What type of underwear did you have on?
I made sure to have boxer briefs on.
What type of design? Were they plain?
No, definitely. My recruiter gave me a heads up because there were guys with some whitey tighties with some racing stripes on them.
That's my one. Yeah, man.
And just to add, I'll throw in because they make you do the whole duck walk and all that other stuff in your underwear in a room full of other guys. Literally, you gotta.
I don't think you joined the right army.
Oh, trust me, I promise you. Anybody that's been on, you had to go through the same stuff. It's just that's the part of the army they don't want to talk about.
Hey. Felt like I was getting ready for a game of Ookie Cookie.
Yeah, not a fun time.
Oh boy.
I will say this, like,
we're gonna walk that fine line here.
The only thing that was like worse than that was like after you're already in, you go to basic training. I went to Fort Sill, so it was Oklahoma in the middle of the summer.
Oh, man. It's hot, man.
Oh, it was very hot. There was 5 days it wasn't over 100 degrees, and that was the 5 days it rained.
When we went down there for that week when Terry graduated, we had a huge pool for our hotel room. We didn't go to it until like 11 o'clock at night.
Fort Sill, that's the one in Oklahoma City, right?
Huh?
Oklahoma City?
It's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Oklahoma City.
Right outside the line of Wichita Falls, Texas. Yeah.
What's the one in Oklahoma City? I used to pass it every week.
That's Fort Sill, but it's about an hour away from Oklahoma City.
No, there's one in Oklahoma City.
I have
right on
no
the
idea what
outskirts.
it is.
I ain't gonna slice down.
Yeah, I used to pass it all.
Because like I flew into OKC Airport and then went.
I flew into OKT.
I've never flown a flight that I've paid for. The Army has paid for all of my flights, and every single one of them had some kind of an engine malfunction anytime I flied.
Bro, see, that's why I ain't flying.
Yeah, I flied.
You flied.
You know what? I realized halfway through that I said it wrong, but at that point you just gotta commit.
Yeah,
He stays flying. What about you, Drew?
Man,
You cooking one up?
I'm trying. I've had so many dumb things happen to me.
Let me tell you another surgery story while you wait.
All right.
So I had my gallbladder removed when I was like early 20s. So I get back here, right? And they give you that first little dosage of stuff. They said this is like an instant six-pack. And I don't know how these people were drinking, but they must be drinking some potent stuff. Because I never drank a six-pack that felt like that. But they strap you down like this and stuff. And I'm sitting there like it hits me. And I'm like, I'm looking this way. And they got them big, surgery lights above you. And I'm looking. And I felt like it took 30 minutes to look from this side of the room to that side of the room. And the only thing that was going through my mind is, oh, Lord, I've been abducted. They got me. They got me. I was like, don't mess with me. That's what went through my mind the entire time. They knocked me out when I woke up, and they knocked me out again because they said I was combative. I mean, I was fighting aliens. I was getting them off of me.
He was like, no anal probes today.
No, don't touch me.
I've already had the colonoscopy. I've already had the stuff come out. I don't need nothing going in.
Buddy. I'll give anybody that's going to have a colonoscopy the best advice you can get. When they tell you after your colonoscopy to not eat any solid foods, listen to them. Because your boy got a colonoscopy. I was on a liquid diet on Saturday. I drank the stuff on Sunday. And then I had to have the colonoscopy on Monday. And I didn't get out till like 2 p.m. So I hadn't ate anything since Friday.
You went straight to Wendy's.
I went straight to Chick-fil-A.
Oh Lord.
The Lord's chicken didn't even look out for you?
The Lord's chicken was in my body for maybe 5 minutes. We left Chick-fil-A and then went right into the Wendy's parking lot. I was like, oh, can't do it. Oh, boy.
So I guess I would have to say one of the most embarrassing moments was
When you tried to cut that cake.
I've caught a lot of crap over that. I've caught a lot of crap over that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This one time I had this pair of jeans on. It was like old work jeans, right? And I jumped up in my truck. I had a truck at the time. And I guess my pants were sagging too low. And apparently at some point in time, I ripped the whole ass out of these jeans. And I didn't know it. And I'm just walking around like in the store and Walmart and stuff. And like the whole ass of these pants are ripped out. And I didn't even know. And then I went past the section that had mirrors. And I realized, I was like, what the hell? Something looked funny. So I turned to look, man, my whole ass was hanging out of that thing.
He said my thongs and all.
Yeah. What kind of underwear did you have on that day?
Huh? Just regular boxers.
He had denim thongs.
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
boy.
It could have been, too, that time that it was my birthday, and in the team room at football practice, I got a lap dance from a fellow teammate.
Had nothing to do with scheduling that.
That was
Good
pretty
time.
bad.
That was pretty rough, wasn't it?
That was.
But I hope you enjoyed this little short episode. We're going to keep them short. We're going to knock a couple out. But that was definitely some of our most embarrassing moments we had in our life. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. It's top level content from the lower level. Like always, it is the basement.
Peace.
Peace.